Sensei, and today I'm back with another Spider-Man set. And no, it is not the Spider-Man jet ski set, although that might be pretty cool. Let's zoom out a little. This is set 76059, Spider-Man Doc Ock's Tentacle Trap. It has 446 pieces with ages 7 to 14. Take a look from the front of the box. You got the Doc Ock's Octobot. Looks very nice. It's got the forearms coming out of it. This one's got White Tiger. We've got the Marvel Spider-Man logo. Spider-Man shooting a web, trying to catch the arm. And the set comes with this little police boat with Captain Stacy. And it even has Vulture. So I kind of listed the minifigures, but just for the heck of it. Right here we've got Doc Ock, Vulture, Captain Stacy, White Tiger, and Spider-Man. Let's take a look at the back of the box. The back of the box shows several more action scenes, but let's take a look at this little side battle that's happening right here. We've got Vulture and White Tiger hashing it out on Captain Stacy's police boat. Hey, where is Captain Stacy? Oh no! There he is! Spider-Man, that's probably not the best way to catch him considering you're on a jet ski with... Yeah, that's not going to end well because these bullets are going to come right at Captain Stacy's head. That's just not working out. Okay, we've got Doc Ock here who looks like he's a little stressed right now. And he's in the water. His Doc Ock tentacle thing is in the water. So it's good to know that that is probably waterproof, hopefully. Or not hopefully, since he's a bad guy. Captain Stacy's firing off a stud shooter from his very limited source boat. Spider-Man's catching Vulture. Doc Ock has giant arms right there. The boat what's it called? The Doc Ock monster thing can turn around, and it can also shoot, six shooters. We've got, it's the Octobot. The Octobot can also swing its arms around. It says there's a comic book included, and it also says, build something super. Okay, I think this is going to be pretty super. Well, let's see what's inside the box. So I have completed Doc Ock's Tentacle Trap, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's start off with the Octobot. Before we start here with the Octobot, just a quick disclaimer that this clear piece is not included in the set. I only used it as a means to keep Vulture aloft, so it looked like he was flying. Okay, let's start off with the Octobot. So here we have what turned out to be quite amazing. So, obviously this is modeled off of an octopus, or squid, more likely an octopus since he's Dr. Octopus. Okay, so first things first. He can balance. Or, he's got 4 legs, and they can be propped up at different angles. This is my favorite, not because it looks the best, but because it's the most stable if you want to be able to do stuff like turning and moving the arms. So, let's start off by giving a little bit of an incline. There you go. Kind of make sure they're all equal. So it's not equal right now. Fix that. There we go. See that? That is a little bit taller. That works pretty well. I can still do some of the stuff. Make it a little higher. Make it really high. There's that. Even taller. And let's go a little further and move these legs in here. Wow. Okay, so that's a squeeze. Doesn't really even fit in my studio or camera view. But I think that's its maximum height. Still, I'm going to keep it at the length that works best for me. So, you notice that there are very many different poses. You know what, maybe I'll just give it that first little bit there. There you go. So, I'll leave it like that. So, there's that. So, you've already noticed that it has very different varying heights. It also turns like this. You can go full rotation right there. I can explain what this is later and what these things are. Turn this all the way back. See it just moved. That is why I keep it how I have it. Okay, anyway. Back to where we were. So, Octobot. Very, very nicely done. You have this, I already showed you, it turns like this. You've got the wheels that move. And the arms. This is probably the coolest part. This little mechanism right here, it shows you at the top that there's an arrow that goes both directions, saying you can pull it this way or that way. Whichever way, though, will move the arms. And these are the same arms that Dr. Octopus has for his minifigure. He's just not wearing them right now. So, goes like this. And moves around. Looks very, very cool. If you do a full 360, it might interrupt the 6-shooters, and I don't want those flying everywhere. So, that said, on to the 6-shooters. Here we have these 6-shooter flick-fire missiles, 2 on each side. So there's 12, and it also came with quite a few extras. I've already lost. It came with 12 extras, and I've already lost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've already lost about 2 extras, but just so you have an idea, here's kind of what it looks like. We've got 2 stacks right here, or this is 10. I can recount, but I'm pretty darn sure this is 10. I did not fail math class. Okay, so the 6-shooters are attached to these canisters back here, and they work like so. They work like, why is it not firing? Why are you not firing? Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. What? That's odd. Okay, we're going to do this one then. There we go. There we go. Got some action there. Oh, okay. So, how that looks from the front. Looks like this. There we go. So, it shoots like that. Very, very cool. Now let's go on to what you're probably wondering about, how the arms attach to Dr. Octopus. Okay, so here is Otto Octavius. We will go Dr. Octopus. We will delve deeper into the character later on, but let's just take a look at this guy. His backside, he's got this little, he's got this hinge right here. It's this hinge. This is what it's all about. This clips onto his neck like a neck piece, and it is a key element for attaching his arms. Notice the piece I pointed out earlier in the video right here on the back. You might recognize it, you might not, but this is actually the piece that clips onto that little thing on Doc Octopus's back I just showed you. So you take it off like this, and you attach it on like this. Next, you have to take the arms off. And to save you some time, I will put it on time lapse so it goes quicker. And now we have 4 octopus arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now watch what happens next. Well, here it is. This is crazy. I would be afraid of this mechanized robotic arm dude. We can get to the movement later because I have not yet reviewed the minifigures yet. But just for a quick size comparison, we'll first compare him to Brick Sensei. This is the Brick Sensei with a big fig. This is a big fig with Dr. Octopus. Doesn't even touch the minifigure's head. That is insane. Lastly, a standard 3-piece minifigure. Crazy. Okay, we'll get to that later. Now let's look at Captain Stacy's police boat. Here is Captain Stacy's police boat. It's actually really cool. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Size comparison to the Octobot. Pretty big. I mean, nothing in comparison to the Octobot, but still. Looks very, very nice. Just one more comparison. This is what it looks like compared to the Bat Sub. So it's actually pretty nice in size. I really like all the detail that they put into this. I mean, there's a lot of room for any other character to sit in here. You put one right up at the front. You could probably even fit 2 characters in here if you were crafty enough. Like that. So that is pretty awesome. Okay. It's got the stud shooter right here. You know how that works, so I don't need to explain it. 2 lights. It says Police 77, and there is a little motorboat thing right here. He has a little steering wheel and then a control panel, and there's also this little clip with a stud. There's always a reason for things like this, so let me show you that reason. And here is your reason. Whoa, it's Spider-Man on a wakeboard, surfboard thing. So let's take a look at that. Obviously, the boat, the little stud was used to attach a rope that Spider-Man was shooting. Now he's got his little web thing right here, shooting that out. Looking at just the board, it's got some Spider-tastic printing in white. Interesting color choice, but really cool. Here are 3 of the fantastic minifigures that come in this set. We've got Captain Stacy, police outfit, belt. Looks a little Doctor Who / Doc Brown because he's got same face, same hair. So a little diversity could help with that issue. Maybe I'll have to fix that later on. I really wanted this hairpiece for a while. I think it's very cool, so I'm happy about that. Quite an ordinary figure. Spider-Man, nothing exciting, nothing to write home about. Ordinary Spider-Man, had that since 2012. White Tiger is a standout minifigure for me. I think she looks amazing. Awesome character. And she translated amazing into Lego. Especially with the new headpiece with the ears that they used for Black Panther. If you have not seen that review that I did, check it out. It's my first review, so it's quite long. But they did it in white, and it looks great. She's got the same hair as Nauticon and many other characters, and minimal chest printing that still looks great. The back of the figures isn't as great as the front of the figures. Stacy has a police on the back and pockets along with his belt. Spider-Man has, he's got some finishing work on the back of his head and Spider logo on his back, not much. And White Tiger probably has the best back printing because they continued the tiger stripes. Here is Vulture, really lesser known Spider-Man villain, but so cool that he came in Lego. Honestly, I don't think that it was very necessary in this set, but I am so happy he came. So, I wish we had gotten a neck piece that was ruffled, but I can see they couldn't do that since he's already got the wings. His wingspan is really long. Quite long. Yeah, very long. And he doesn't have much for printing right here. He's got his little ruffles and his suit. He's got the wings, which we got in Pharaoh's Quest originally. Turn him around, and he's got wing printing and nothing much on the back. No alternate expression, but he does have his face is older looking and still looks very great. Here is Doc Ock without those awesome mechanical arms. He's got some torso printing. and a belt. He's got leg molding, which is really nice, and he's going with the green and yellow theme. His face is kind of a cackling, sunglassed look of malicious evilness, and they brought back this hairpiece, which is pretty cool. Oh, not okay. On the back, you still got this pin, this Technic pin. So let's look at his alternate face. It is a upset face that Spider-Man foiled his plan with the help of White Tiger. Without the Technic pin on the back, he's got some back printing, including the rest of his belt, and this really cool thing where I believe his arms are supposed to attach to, theoretically. Now let's take a look at some of the poses you can do with his giant robot arms. Here is the true Doc Ock, and he's got his arms posed in a menacing way. He's got to lift himself up with these two, but the coolest thing about these arms is not only that they can rotate everywhere and do all kinds of super things, is that you can put a pedestrian, or in this case, a police captain, in the clutches of this evil dude, and it looks super realistic. Check that out. Pretty sweet. So, just by attaching him to the back of a pin, or the top of a pin, or not pin, stud, it looks like he is dangling from midair, hanging by Doc Ock's robot arms, which is just phenomenal. You can also make it look like one of his arms has fallen off by taking off the arm, and you can make him do some pretty cool poses. Haven't figured out everything yet, but there is so much you can do with this minifigure. That is an attempt to get Doc Ock on his actual feet, but still having his arms on. Barely, so close to making it. Maybe a little more adjusting will do it, but that's as far as I can get for now. Brick Sensei, out. Obviously, this video ran a little long, but that is only because I had so many great things to say about this set. Really met my expectations. In fact, it went over my expectations. This set it's great for play, it's great for posing, it's great for just collectors. And I think it has so many uses. So, sorry for the length of the video, but I totally recommend this, and I could have said so much more about this, but just gotta keep the video at a nice length.